What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to College Park, Maryland, SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Maryland's offense will go to work first. The age of the game-breaking tight end is here, Jesse, and we have another guy who's threatening to redefine this position.
Yeah, we've seen over the years now the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not just blocking and catching passes. They're getting involved now in the running game. We're seeing tight ends even throw the football, David. This guy can do it all.
And why is that so difficult? Because as a defender, what do I want to play you as? Do I want to play you with an extra linebacker on the field, or do I bring in a DB? And either way, I can be wrong. The big, strong bodies that can also be
turning it on. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Terrapins come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Inside the 40. Open space at the 25. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Oregon's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our...
He unleashes a long one. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place.
Makes the grab on the left side. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He fires to the left side. Pulls in the deep ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ducks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Quarterback may change this route. They'll run play action. Buying some time. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen. But you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! The extra point here would tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Hit as he throws. And the missed connection on third down. And the Terrapins will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grip. The ball when it hit his hands didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys.
Oh, he's got some space. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Smith dropping to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ducks!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Webb. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Plows through the defense.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll park it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. To the ground with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Offense in a bunch formation. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Gonna run it. It's Ray. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Takes a hit as he fires. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking to the end zone. Looking to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line, just spectacular execution there. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Going for 6. Touchdown, Oregon! Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Washington found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Huskies football today. Those folks in Seattle won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Now the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Looking downfield, it's Washington. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Terrapins decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He's got great speed. Wide open, and it's a foot race. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They have it once again in spectacular field position. Cashed in the last time, and even better this time around. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I expect this guy to keep letting it go.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Punch it out of the air. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Gets the back moving. On 4th down, looking to pass. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Handoff to the single running back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Man, Not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
That is a big man in the middle of this 3-4 defense. Over 300 pounds. Look at him just completely cave in the center, right back into the QB.
And the Terrapins will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Moore will throw. Here's the pressure. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Makes the grab. It's Moore. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Ducks want to move quickly. Looking to throw on 1st down. He slings it deep to the left. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Terrapins will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Hauls it in at the 40. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wide receiver going in motion. Moore to the air. Buys a little time. He's looking for the end zone. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Now on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Might be looking to run. Shows him the stiff arm. He's guided out of bounds at the 41-yard line. And the Ducks come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He'll try to do it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Finds his big tight end. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. Firing to the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And what a play by the defender. He's on an island all by himself in cover one man coverage. Just him and the wideout, and he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
One more snap coming before halftime. Back to throw, it's Washington. He lobs one high down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big game. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the shell.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. He's taking the shot. Makes a grab on the shot. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league, but check this out. Auburn had an impressive showing there on the Plains, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Bo Jackson is impressed with this one. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking to throw, it's Washington. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip, and they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
They're dealing with a second and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. And the Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to pass on second down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. The Terrapins are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Had to throw it before he wanted. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Moore will throw. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarter.
Looking deep. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Maryland! Well, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your
Sent it downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able... play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Moore to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pressure coming. Another incompletion on 3rd down. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Ducks in the hurry-up. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
So many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but...
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
He'll get this drive started from the 29. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Off from the shotgun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Keeps it on the bootleg. Forced out of the pocket. He's got it. At the 35, he's open. He's loose on the right. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Moore will throw. Snagged out of the air. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
The rivalry known as the South's oldest rivalry between North Carolina and Virginia is underway, and we wanted to quickly get you caught up on things. North Carolina was able to finish off a close one in Chapel Hill. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fleming. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the 1st down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. Looking to pass. It's Washington. Under fire. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Looking for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown. A little window dressing here at the end of the game.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And the extra point is good. So a drive there of 84 yards. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Look out, he's got room. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes.
He's looking deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Moore to the air. He'll take another shot here. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. He might want another play. On fourth down, going to the air. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Defense showing blitz here. He'll pull it on the read. Timeout called by the offense, and now just have one remaining in the half. They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Double time, hustling to the line to stop the clock.
Spikes the ball and the clock is stopped. No gain on the play. Brings up second and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go. Looking downfield, it's Washington. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
And these aren't easy situations for these offenses, man. Like, it's a known passing situation. The defense is playing coverage. Nowhere to go with the football, forces the incompletion, and this one is all but over.
Going for the big play. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Breaks into the open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks! They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. He's going up top here late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Here's a throw downfield late. Play till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution.